There's a lot of pressure going into a race.
Everything about it gets the adrenaline going.
There are so many improbables.
Anything can happen. There's nerves, expectation.
The more you win, the more you want to win.
You're thinking about nothing else but what's in front of you.
It's the Grand National and the world is watching.
If you could bottle the adrenaline high we get, you'd be very, very rich.
This season we're set for the most extraordinary, unpredictable drama.
The David Power Jockeys Cup, £500,000 to the winner.
Everybody is a rival.
The competition is going to be hotter than ever.
It is a very dangerous way to make a living.
And I just felt my pelvis break, everything snapped.
To win is the dream.
When you see the winning post, everything slows down.
At 4 o'clock this afternoon, hearts will be broken, but legends will also be made. Aintree is ready. What will happen in this year's world's most famous horse race, the Randox Grand National?
To have a ride in a race like the Grand National, it was a privilege. Massive day in the racing calendar.
To win the Grand National is the dream.
The whole atmosphere is extraordinary. The butterflies and the anticipation, just crazy.
It's the pinnacle of our sport. The best horses against each other. A very, very competitive race.
It's the best and most unpredictable 10 minutes in sport. Plus the fact it's worth £1 million.
The jumps are bigger, the distance is longer.
Hang on tight. Anything can happen.
Where's Maximus? I haven't seen him come up here.
At the start of your career, someone said, which race would you like to win? I'd like to win the Grand National. And I was lucky enough to have won it twice.
But up towards the line, it is Maximus who leads home for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins.
The thrill of winning the Grand National with Maximus was fantastic. Anytime you have a big win in your life, you want to do it again.
So in the last 100 years, there have been 3 back-to-back winners, but if anyone's going to do it again, it'll be Willie Mullins.
Good, that looks good.
I was born in the saddle. My first memories are just horses, horses, horses.
Did you give him a pick of grass?
Yeah.
OK, do one big.
You know, my father was a trainer. I picked up knowledge from him over the years without realising it. If I had a problem, I'd say, what would my father do? Just say, well, he'd have done this, that or the other. And then it became easy.
Well done.
Racing has great dynasties. The Mullins is one of the greatest horse racing dynasties. It goes back 3-4 generations. It really is extraordinary.
This is our riding out board. 4 to 5 horses for each staff member to ride. Patrick does that, all that, which is a tough job, matching riders with horses. Not one that I'd like to do it, that's why I give it to Patrick.
Build your eye, too big, make sure your girth's tight. Turn same way, 2, yeah.
It's a family business, so Patrick, my son, is very involved in it. Assistant trainer here, he helps run the show.
My day-to-day job is being in the yard and being involved with the horses.
David, he's coming back to you.
I'm assisting my father in training, basically trying not to get in his way too much. I'm learning a lot from talking to him and from watching him.
He worked well, didn't he?
Yes, ran on Sunday. He was jumping brilliant.
We will clash on several issues, but he has this very annoying habit of being right most of the times.
You're happy with him?
Yeah, that's fine.
OK.
He's kind of quite old-fashioned in how he trains. He likes to train on his eye.
That looks good. Are you going to go upside anything?
Being the only son, It would make sense that at some stage, I suppose, I'll take over. But I don't see Willie retiring to the Bahamas anytime soon, no.
That'll do me fine.
Growing up in a yard like that for Patrick, huge pressure, so much achievement, but at the same time, he'll know how lucky he is too.
Beauty catcher, put back to me.
As well as looking after the yard in Closutton. Patrick is an amateur jockey, he's a fantastic amateur. He can't really turn professional because he's too heavy.
I've managed to keep my weight just about right for being an amateur, but it was never in my head to be a professional jockey.
Well, Alex, your move's okay?
Patrick Mullins is technically an amateur jockey. He made that choice, I think, for a number of reasons. He's a big guy, and amateurs can be heavier than pros. The downside is you don't get paid to ride because you're an amateur. And he has broken every record in terms of amateur status.
I'm 35 now. I'd like to ride as long as I can, and the dream race is the Grand National. This will be my 6th Grand National. My first ride in the National, I fell at Beecher's Brook. My second ride in the National, I fell in the chair.
Oh, my owner's gone as well.
My third ride in the National, I finished last. I finished 4th once, that was my best.
Borough St. 4.
Such an iconic race. To win the Grand National, it's the dream. To put my name as part of that history would just, nothing would be better.
This is Nick Rocket, riding the National later, so Katie's getting them all rugged up, and he'll be getting brushed over and ready later. He's cheeky, but he's enthusiastic. He enjoys his job.
Nick Rocket's price is 33 to 1. When you look through his form, there's bits there. But look, he's an outsider. Can he win the Grand National at 33 to 1? We love a fairy tale, but that's pushing it.
He's not in the favourite, but I have a very good team. We'll see what happens.
They'll get them all out here now.
Nick Rocket, among 6 horses for Willie Mullins, he's got a seriously strong hand. He's going all out to win it again.
The world is watching. On a day, the city of Liverpool bursts with pride.
Gates are now open. Gates are now open.
The Grand National is probably the most watched race worldwide. Tens of millions of people watching it.
This is the one race probably that transcends our sport. It's our Open, our Wimbledon. Yeah, it's big.
Big best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
Nerves be kicking in soon. The jockey will get nervous.
We've been in early this morning, sorted everything out, popping the colours up, getting the saddles ready, and yeah, stage is set for the biggest day of the year.
All right, gents.
Hey up, the man from Milk Tray.
He's fine looking at him.
Johnny doesn't even know who the man from Milk Tray is.
All right, there'll be chaos in here in a minute, but Harry knows what he's doing, all right?
Also in with a good chance of winning the Randox Grand National this year is Paul Nicholls. He's throwing plenty at it. He's the 14-time champion trainer and he's won the race before.
Yeah. You want to be as close to in the first 10 as you can.
Grand National is a meeting I really love. Just the whole thing, the characters, the people, but to me it's the winning. In 2012, good old Neptune Clons, 33 to 1, won the National. If you end up winning that makes such a massive difference. Willie's got a good team to run in the race this year, numbers and class. But my horses will be there on the day to do their best and will be trained to win.
It's a big, long preparation. A lot of these horses have been trained all season with the Grand National in mind. In the last couple of years, I don't think we've had a runner. You've got to have the right horses, and it just happens this year. I think we've probably got horses that are going to go into it with a bit of a chance.
Hey, come on.
I'm running 5 in the National. A horse that runs now needs plenty of stamina, plenty of ability, and an older horse with plenty of experience. I think experience helps.
That's Stay Away Faye. Been running well this year. This is Brave Man's Game. Got a touch of class, and that's what you need. This is 300 through 5. He's in good shape. This is Hitman. He looks good. He's had a great season. And then we've got Can Do Kid up there with Harry.
The one that I really think has got a great chance was Can Do Kid, who won the Coral Gold Cup in Newbury back in November.
Horses that win the Coral Gold Cup normally have a good record in the Grand National.
He felt unbelievable. He's just a lovely horse. He's very kind and pretty chilled about life. He'll run a massive race. I fancy him anyway. There's not much more we can do between now and Saturday.
Right, just tick this lot over now this week. It's not a race, they don't need to do too much, just a good 3/4 speed all the way back together. Just let them enjoy themselves. They've all worked hard last week. This week is exercising and keep them fresh and well and making sure everything's okay. Do you feel all right, Harry?
Yeah, great.
Can-do kid's in really good shape. And he loved the sunshine, he loved the ground on Saturday, wasn't he? Yeah, very happy with them, they all look good.
Paul Nicholls has got 5 potential runners in the Grand National, which gives him a bit of a headache and a conundrum trying to find the right jockey for the right horse.
Well, stay away if he runs in the Grand National Saturday, we can find a jockey. 3 or 4 days before the race, and we haven't got anyone to ride him. He'd be massively let down. Bryony had agreed to ride him a month ago, but she's got the big race. I asked Johnny Burke, he said yes.
To ride in a race at the Grand National for Paul was nice, so I was obviously excited and looking forward to it. So then I'm dealt with this dilemma of a surreal position on the Monday for the Grand National to get a call from Willie Mullins.
Jockeys are competitive, they want to be on the horse with the best chance, and that will mean occasionally having to let a trainer down.
I took the easy option and I rang my agent. I said, I'm sorry, but this one's for you. You're going to have to ring Paul. So he made the phone call, and to say Paul didn't take it well is to say it lightly, basically. He went nothing short of mad.
I can't really order it. Someone rang him up and said, sorry, I've accepted a ride.
Yeah, no,
that's all you do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't get asked again.
Right.
It's something that Paul Nicholls would have never encountered before. Yeah, I can see why he lost the plot.
I just don't like letting the owners down, that's the thing. You don't like messing people about.
Grand National Day at Aintree. Get ready, everybody, for unscripted, captivating drama. It's a race that makes legends, but also shatters dreams.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Aintree, we love going there. There's lunches and pretty good parties. It's just really good fun.
Good luck with all your runners and everything today. This is going to sound so totally bizarre, but Sam Queck, gold medal winning hockey player, she's just announced live on air that you're her celebrity crush.
Ollie Bell came up to me and he said, listen, I've got a bit of a request.
Get in there.
Nicky, I love you.
That's Aintree.
I can't believe you came over.
Well, I wouldn't miss this for the world. Sort of thing that wouldn't happen at Cheltenham because probably all being too serious. Yeah. Right, today's the day.
Today's the day.
Right.
Absolutely.
This is Highland, Nicky Henderson's best chance in a long time.
Highland, who's a young horse, but doing very, very well and is on the up. If he learns a bit from this year and wins it next year, that'll be fine. And Nicker will be riding him.
If you talk to me, I'll drag you up. Governor's record in the Grand National has been a bit hit and miss. I know that he'd love to win it. It's a race that's evaded him.
Have a lovely day. And you have a good day. Back a winner. It won't be mine. We've never won the Grand National. For 45 years, something goes wrong. But if your luck goes your way, you've always got that little chance. Foynhaven, the Foynhaven year.
The right pile up, and now with all this mayhem, Foynhaven has gone off on his own.
A complete outsider, won by a complete fluke. But that is the Grand National, it's what it can do.
The Grand National's the people's race because of the small man, the underdog theme. And if you train a winner of the National, or you ride a winner of the National, it's life-changing.
Hey, Bubs. Cheeky boy. He's got a bit of a shine to him. Grand, yeah, we're all happy. Get his head settled.
Just put the saddle on the horse, and that for me was probably the one time where you actually take a deep breath. You get a bit of a tingle and you're proud of yourself, and I think that's probably the first time I'd ever said to myself that I was proud of myself.
normal Warren Hill grass. Just drop to the back on her and look after her a little bit, okay? She can do a normal like Warren Hill grass.
So I predominantly train flat horses. We're based in Newmarket here, which is a home of flat racing.
Who's this, Harriet?
I'm just starting off as a trainer in this industry. I've only been going for 5 months. We've had a fantastic start. Flat horses are running well, and we've had 8 winners now.
Up the farm, please. Just steady with him, up the farm.
I'm not from a wealthy family by any means. When I left school, I was working on a building site. Being from an Irish family, horse racing was always in the background growing up, and I got hooked on this idea of training horses.
Go round the golf course canter, just literally a hat canter.
When I set my sights on something, I want to try and get to the highest level.
Oh, your rug slipped, buddy. Come here. What have you done?
Horonzu Dairy is an absolute dude. You couldn't have asked for an easier horse to train. He does have a bit of a sensitive side to him. Yeah, he's a real character.
Knows how to show off for the cameras.
The owner of Horonzu Dairy, we were at the races one day and he said to me he's going to try and buy this horse in the sale 4 weeks away from the Grand National. He was trained by Willie Mullins, but we were more surprised when we got him for 50 grand. And I suppose your initial worries are, what's wrong with the horse? Have we missed something?
He was in our yard till quite recently, but you know, it's a very difficult race. He just wasn't quite up to the level of ability that we wanted.
Well, you take the risk that your horse will come back to bite you, but you can't keep every horse. You know, you've got to turn them over and try and get younger horses and hope that you might find a better one.
Most of our horses live on a straw bed, but we felt he was a little bit sensitive, so we've moved him onto the wood shavings.
When he came over from Willie Mullins, he had a pretty nasty lung infection. There was a small percentage of me that was worried we might not get him to the Grand National. After his first serious piece of work for us, we had to have the vet look at him.
Hello, darling. When he did arrive, he was maybe a little bit flat, a little bit tired, but now he's dragging us around the canters. He's got a bit of spark in him, a bit of life in him.
Willie Mullins sold to Horonzu Dairy. He didn't sell him because he thought he'd win the National. It's brilliantly bonkers. I know we throw out some stories in the National, but this would be a big one.
Horatio Dory, I think, is his name, but I'm not very good at French, to be honest. I struggle with English a little bit.
We're lucky to have Kieran Gethins riding the horse, an experienced jockey. Kieran's never sat on him before in a race, but he's been heavily involved in helping us prepare him for the race. Horonzu Dairy has never jumped a Grand National fence, so obviously that's something we need to teach him.
It's a big fence. It's a fair old task for a horse to get over. Going to take some jumping. It'll be good. I'll let you decide how much you want to do with him.
Yeah, if he jumps twice, I'll be happy, to be honest.
Very important this schooling session goes very well. If he doesn't take to it, probably he's not ready for the Grand National.
So not only are they giving it plenty of height, they've got to give it plenty of length as well. So you've got to be a real athlete to be able to get over it. Here we go, yeah. You've got over it nicely. It's not small, is it?
Fucking not small.
You get off the ground all right, guy.
Kieran said he's come alive since I last heard him.
I'm very happy.
Good.
But he's a different animal than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he is. He's really come on, isn't he? Hi, Jim. He flew over the fence there. Listen, whether it's enough to win a Grand National, I don't know, but we'll give it a bloody good go.
Where are we going to go to watch it?
I'm going to go out there and whatever big screen I can see it on, I'm going to stand and watch it there.
Crazy atmosphere for that Grand National parade ring. You know, Paul Nicholls has stood on one side and Willie Mullins is across the way, and just to be there is amazing. It was a privilege and just a fantastic day, and we want more of it.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm competitive in the sense that I want to win, but I'm not competitive in the sense that I want to beat a certain person. Hello, everyone. Very good. How are you?
Very well indeed.
I just like getting my horses to run well for their owners and seeing the joy they get out of it.
There's plenty more to find, isn't there?
Plenty more, yeah.
I just want one like him, Willie.
Yeah.
There's an element of mystery about it. When you buy a young horse, what might it be? What could it win? And it's just something that I developed a passion for. I'd gone to the sales with my wife Sadie to look for a mare for Sadie, and Sadie had got chatting to Willie.
It transpired that we went to the same national school together, did our first communion together, and we just started talking about old times.
On the way home at night, she said, "Why don't we ask Willie if he'll train horse for us?" I said, "Well, ring him up."
All for the want of just going and having a cup of tea and a chat. We end up with a fantastic horse. Got it, well done.
Nick Rocket, so laid back, you'd think you were asleep all the time. He's very light framed, but tough as old boots. First time he ran for us was sadly 5 days before Sadie passed away with terminal cancer. Willie hadn't actually got the horse fit to run, but he ran him so that Sadie could see him run.
Down the outside is
We knew she didn't have a lot of time left, really.
Nick Rocket. Dr. Bravo wins the Willie Elliott Memorial.
He finished fourth. Then Willie had a chat with Sadie after the race and said, "Don't worry, he will win next time he runs." And he did.
Nick Rocket on the stern side for Willie Mullins.
Someone who'd been so full of life the last time I met her, to get ill and pass away so quickly, it's just, life isn't fair. But every time Nick Rocket runs, Sadie is right there in the middle of it.
Her name's still on the card with the horse as the owner. I mean, that's just magic. And to be riding Nick Rocket is an honour, yeah.
Sadie loved Nick Rocket. I know ultimately she'd have absolutely revelled in the occasion. Going and getting a new outfit and talking to all her friends, and she'd have loved it.
5 minutes
A little over 100 minutes and counting to the Randox Grand National. Can Do Kid, 22 to 1. I take that price, that'll be shorter. Nick Rocket, ridden by the only amateur of the race, 25 to 1. I Am Maximus is favourite to win the race for the second consecutive year, 7 to 1.
Paul Townend will ride him again. Paul has been fantastic all season, riding out of his skin.
I have the privilege of picking between the majority of Willie's horses. Nick Rocket has won all the big trials for the race. Big ride, but can I ride him out with the chance I Am Maximus has of winning? No, definitely not.
Here's the reigning champ. It's I Am Maximus. Can he do it? Who knows?
I Am Maximus has won the Irish Grand National. He's won the Grand National last year. He's going there in good form. He's a big chance again.
Paul Townend has had some incredible successes with Willie Mullins. He's Willie Mullins' #1 stable jockey. Defeat is not in his vocabulary.
When you're growing up, the big green fences, Aintree, it's where you want to win, and it does have that feeling. It's special.
The £1 million question. Can you win a second one?
We'll give it a rattle. Success keeps me motivated because you've experienced it. You know how high the highs are.
Paul is hugely competitive. We're very close, we're good friends, but he's still a rival to me once we're on the track anyway.
You sit alongside the person you're trying to beat, and between the Mullins team, it's everyone for themselves.
Some stage. All are looking to win the People's Race.
Oh, Willie, come on again.
Tansy.
I met your better half
the other day,
yeah.
The Grand National is the race that everyone in the sport wants to win, plus the fact it can have a huge impact on the trainer's title. To be champion trainer is not about the number of wins you have, it's about the amount of prize money you can accumulate over the season. And with the Grand National worth nearly £1 million and £500,000 to the winner, it's always going to be pivotal.
Run to the line, and the new Lion.
All season, pretty much, we thought, Dan's got this.
Going into the Grand National, Willie Mullins is over £1 million behind Dan Skelton in the race to be champion trainer. But Dan Skelton hasn't got a runner in the race.
Well, we just don't have a horse for the Grand National this year. I could run 4, I could run 5, but they're just not suitable horses for this race. I am worried that my two biggest rivals in the Trainers' Championship have got a third of the runners here between them, with a good chunk of prize money available.
I think going into the National, we're probably about $1 million behind Dan. I think we really need a miracle to happen. We just need everything to go right, and that doesn't happen in the National.
I thought Maximus would just win it again, but...
Well, we all thought that when he crossed the line last year, but he's got to carry 12 stone, he's got to do it again, and on quicker ground.
Let's face it, you're going to find any negative with Mullins.
Yeah, ask me another one, I'll tell you why that can't win.
All right, what's up?
I'm not saying I am a numbers man, but you've got to be looking at it. Dan's about £850,000 in front of us, so, you know, I need to win the National, have a good entry meeting to close that gap. Ruby keeps saying, well, you haven't run him enough, he won't be fit enough, and I thought, fuck off.
I think he'll handle the ground.
And Willie's got 6.
Good luck, though.
And Paul's got 5. They are definitely going to take something out of this race. It's just a question of how much.
Right, the owners of Can-Do Kid aren't here. He's in Barbados watching it.
So Paul Nicholls has had a very uncharacteristic, tricky time with jockeys in the build-up to the race. Johnny Burke says, yeah, love to ride your horse, sir. But within 24 hours, he thinks he gets a better offer from Willie Mullins, and he jumps ship.
Get a good start and then see what's happening.
Yeah, I reckon when I sat him the other morning, I felt like I was going to give him a good gallop.
It's been interesting sorting out who was going to ride it, stay away fair. But we went for Paul O'Brien. I've got lots of confidence in him, the owners have, he knows the horse. I've got a fantastic team. Can-Do Kid, who I said is our best chance, is obviously ridden by Harry Cobden.
It's all about mindset. You have to be incredibly selfish. Just do what's right for yourself and be pretty ruthless about how you go about it, because it doesn't get any better than the Grand National.
'29 here. This is Horzantu Dory. His trainer, Michael Keedy, has never trained a winner over fences. Imagine if he does it here.
I think there is an element of me being the new kid on the block and it turns up in the Grand National and a few eyebrows raised, but really I'm relying on my experience to prove them wrong.
I've never ridden a racing Dory in a race before, so I've got a few butterflies.
Way off on the way to start. Okay.
The atmosphere in the weigh room is definitely on edge. A few people quieter than normal. There's a lot at stake for a lot of the jockeys, yeah.
I'm so hot. Ginge, can you mop my brow? Hold on. Charles, fan him.
There's a time and a place for mucking about and having a laugh, but once you're out there, you're being paid to do a job. I'd love to win the Grand National, not just for myself, but for the governor.
Gary, yes, and of course, Bob, yeah.
Really? I never believed in destiny, but I met Willie through Sada and obviously Nick Rocket. That's what she left me with, for me to carry on and have a life after Sadie had passed away. Just before the race, I'm kind of thinking, is this happening? Are we here?
That's this year's one. If someone's got to win it. Leave that there for me, buddy. No, when I pick it up, I'll let you know.
Now comes the moment as the jockeys make their way out. Patrick Mullins riding for his dad on Nick Rocket.
You're trying to stay calm, but at the same time, you're raring to go.
Ooh, this is hold on to your hot weather.
So 6 horses for Willie Mullins, going for back-to-back Grand Nationals.
Paul Townend will come out with the trophy.
Big atmosphere out there. Feel all that anticipation. As a defending champion, I'm feeling the pressure, so it's going to be tough.
If you want my attention, nudge me. If I don't know what it is, then just do.
Charlie's over there. No, plan A. A nice start over the first couple. That's it. Get away and hopefully no false start. Okay, let's get on board.
We've got to get our tactics right, tactics that complement one another rather than compete. What's the point in 2 horses going out doing the same thing and ruining each other's chances?
Best of luck.
Freddie, one thing, just enjoy yourself and ride it to run well, all right?
Exactly, perfect.
Get in a rhythm and start passing horses.
Yeah.
And I've tried to give my lads advice as to what I think. But each horse is different, so you ride your own horse accordingly. No point saying follow this or follow that, because you do then could end up upside down. You do what you think, all right?
Right.
he's kicking out Brave Man's Game.
Walking out Brave Man's Game in front of us got a little claustrophobic, so there's a bit of a bottleneck, and Nick Rocket starts to get a little bit anxious. You don't want to get caught up there and get the horse getting too nervous. It just shows you that it's even before the race you can start running into trouble when it comes to Aintree.
Yeah, welcome to Aintree, which is in a fever pitch of excitement as the 34 runners are assembling down at the start.
Ready to rush and roll.
Start is organised chaos.
Steady on, lads, push over.
Horses everywhere, trying to form a line, everyone's on edge. The noise is incredible.
We cantered down to the first jump, show it to him, so he realised what was coming.
Hurunt Scary, that's that Hurunt Scary.
I see a little slot beside Harry Cobden. I slot in beside him.
Everyone is fired up because they know what they've got ahead of them. The intensity of it, yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted.
Push over, lads, keep going over.
I want to be in the middle. As the line turns, I kind of needle him. That's great, I'm right where I want to be now.
We're going to have to go and watch somebody else win it. I'll be cheering on quite a few of the other trainers, not all of them.
2 seconds. 1 second. Go on.
They're away first time. As it races towards the first, Iron Maximus is one of those towards the inside.
Iron Maximus gets a brilliant start. He remembers where he is. He thinks, right, this is good.
Go down to the first and I can feel Racing noticing this is different today. He has a good look at the first and he's over the first. That's a big sigh of relief.
You're thinking about nothing else but what's in front of you. You're going into the unknown, you know? My mindset in a race like this is fence by fence. Save energy, rhythm.
Can-do kid right up there.
Your mind is on all the surroundings, the horses. Am I following the right one? Does that one jump right in front of you? You get the old faller next to you, brush flying everywhere. A lot of things can go wrong.
So on towards the fence before Beeches.
The most important horse I'm watching is Nick Rocket. My son is riding him. Any father, any mother would be looking at their son to make sure nothing goes wrong in the race.
They've got a sensible pace. Nick Rocket travelling nicely.
Jumping at speed, when you do it right, that is the biggest buzz.
I can tell Nick Rocket has realised that the fences are different, but that they're soft, that he can jump through the top of them. This is a big field, everyone is quite hyped, but we've got a good start, we've got a good position, anything can happen.
And Highland getting closer too.
Yep, Nicky Henderson hasn't won this race, but he's got a chance with Highland.
The union between jockey and horse is incredibly important. You know, I believe it is an art form. It's about conserving energy. It's trying to be efficient at your obstacles. It's trying to save your run for the right time.
I think we may have as many as 32 still standing at this stage.
I was hoping Paul would be going a bit better.
Iron Maximus just been kept back at the moment.
I'm slipping back through the field a little bit. He's not carrying me as well as he did last year. Everything will never go perfect in a race. The worst thing you can do is panic.
They make their way up towards the chair.
Probably further back than I'd like him to be.
Coming down to the chair, the big fence, was very difficult. The crowd roaring, but you literally cannot hear anything. You're just thinking about your horse and the obstacle in front of you and getting over it.
They all step foot over it. You can hear the crowd roaring them on their way as they come to the water, and still so many in the race. Towards the outside is Toronto Dairy.
We're in about 6 or 7.
He's going beautifully. He's gone further into the race than I thought he was going to, and he looks to be absolutely loving it. Just gone halfway, he's absolutely cruising.
Stop there, come on!
I cannot believe how well he's going.
He's bang up with the leaders, not running like 100 to 1 shot. Definitely feeling like we're outrunning our odds at this stage.
Here he is, absolutely tanking up the front. Just starting to let myself dream a little bit here.
Iron Maximus is going the shortest way round.
My eye keeps being drawn back to Paul. You can see him just waiting and waiting to make that decisive move.
As we head out in the second circuit, I'm hoping Lion Maximus is going to come alive. I can't afford for anything to go wrong.
As they continue on their way, there are plenty in going very well at the moment.
Going into the second circuit, all 6 of Willie Mullins' horses are still in contention, as are the 5, though, for Paul Nicholls.
Can Do Kid is starting to creep into it.
My record in the Grand National is pretty terrible. I've only completed twice. But this year, Can Do Kid, I generally think he's got a good chance. Ruling race over a marathon distance takes a lot of grit and guts to win. I'm travelling nicely. I'm following Iron Maximus, who is obviously the favourite. And Can Do Kid is half taking his eye off the fence. Landed steep, but we were going down.
Can Do Kid as a faller.
My race was over.
Momentum takes over, and so too does gravity, unfortunately.
The race is over in the blink of an eye. Gutted.
It was sad because he was travelling ever so well. He's fine.
Paul Nicholls has taken a big hit at fence 21.
We're only going backwards, weren't we?
Harry Cobden out, and now 2 of his other runners have pulled up.
Fuck's sake. The signs are ominous that it's not going to be our day.
Coming to the canal turn.
The canal turn, and because you're taking that fence at an angle, anything can happen. Horses on your inside, outside, but Nick Rocket just launches at it. It was the biggest jump he put in the whole race, and I thought to myself, we've got plenty under the bonnet here.
Iron Maximus has got quite a lot of work to do from where he is, and Nick Rocket's also got to pick up quite a lot of ground.
You can hear the horse breathe, and you're listening to him, making sure he's breathing right, while watching 10 different things happening in front of you. It's amazing, and it is addictive.
This is the third from home. Beauport got very low.
The leaders have just gone a little bit away from us, but anything can happen here. It's the Grand National at the end of the day.
Figures on the outside.
As I jump the canal turn for the second time, I can feel Highland beginning to tire. And once I get up to the Melling Road, I knew it was time to pull up.
Highland doesn't seem to be enjoying himself and is out of the race.
You're pulling up so that they can go and race another day. I was a bit gutted that it was all over, but I was incredibly proud of my horse.
As always, if you don't win, it's disappointing, but you've got to keep trying.
Iron Maximus is actually just getting a little bit closer now, starting to get serious.
I noticed Paul coming towards the outside, and once he gets clear air in front of him, he starts to pick up and go well.
I can see Nick Rocket in front of me. If I can get onto his tail, he might bring me into the race. Iron Maximus is hanging in there, and once we're hanging in there, we have a chance.
On your inner, Sam!
You're looking, trying to see who else might win.
Some people play it like chess. You might move here to get someone to move there. Sometimes it's poker. You might be bluffing someone. You can try to get someone to go earlier or wait longer than they want.
There are 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 inward chances here.
Iron Maximus getting closer, Nick Rocket too.
We spread out down to the second last. I get a bit of daylight, and I can see now I'm only 2 lengths off the leaders. I'm thinking, perfect.
A lot of the horses are crying off now, and I know Max can stay. So it's all about keeping the tempo strong and keeping breathing, keeping jumping.
Iron Maximus down the outside, Nick Rocket travelling well, then Tuick and behind these Iroko, 2 out in the National. Iron Maximus coming there with Nick Rocket, Manila Kakuna, Grange Clare West, meeting up the waters and down towards the last.
From the second last home, it looked like it's between 3 or 4 of our horses.
Iron Maximus, Manila Kakuna and Grange Clare West.
Does history beckon? Paul Townend looks over to his left. He's got a huge chance here.
Iron Maximus comes up on my outside. I know it's Paul now because I can see the white hat. And the minute he does that, my horse picks up with him.
Down towards the last, Iron Maximus on the outside of Nick Rocket. They head towards the elbow. Nick Rocket, Iron Maximus.
It's not finished yet.
Iron Maximus bidding to retain his crown.
So I'm thinking, hoping, praying that when we swing off the elbow like last year, I'll take off.
It's nip and tuck between these
You just got to put yourself in the right position and hope that you get the bounce at the ball.
Nick Rocket lunging, bravely holding on.
Just as they round the elbow, I am Maximus edges ahead. Then I think the dream was my son winning the national. It was over. But I was thinking of my son. I wasn't thinking of winning the national.
Patrick Mullins trying to seal off Iron Maximus, but Paul...
This is a kick into top gear.
We start the put away clear. I'm looking for the finish line, but it's so far away.
Iron Maximus trying, straining.
The get up sides, Iron Maximus has given me absolutely everything.
Up towards the final 150 yards.
But I'm looking for a shadow, I'm looking for something coming on my outside, and I'm thinking, please don't get beat now when we're this close.
Nick Rocket hanging tough, Iron Maximus.
I'm waiting for someone to come and shatter the dream.
And up towards the line, it's Nick Rocket's Grand National for amateur Patrick Mullins.
I can't believe it, you know, when he passed the winning post, I'm trying to breathe, and all these other thoughts flooding my mind. I wish my mother was here, I wish my father was here, sharing in the joy of it all.
It's just the ultimate. I stood up and smiled. A smile of just pure happiness, yeah.
I mean, just extraordinary. A father and son combination to win the Grand National is something else.
Congratulated him, and yeah, you're just envious of that feeling because you've been there before. It is a team, but you want to be the one holding the trophy.
Laurent Souderi finishing in 13th, but that in itself is a great achievement.
We were dreaming. Unfortunately, the distance was just a little bit too far for him, but genuinely never felt so proud for a horse in my life.
This is extraordinary. We've got the winning owner here, so emotional.
Well done. I had a feeling that he'd win. I don't know why, but I was just so confident. My late wife said, oh, she was there, yeah. She'd have been laughing and crying and jumping up and down, but she'd have been ecstatic over it.
Stuart held it together admirably well. You could just see the pure enjoyment about it.
Willie, that was some result.
Some result, yeah.
See the placed horses starting to come back in after the random.
Matt starts asking me all these questions I just can't answer. I can't open my mouth. I'm just too emotionally gone at this stage.
Yeah, well, to be able to leg your son.
Willie, take a moment.
It's the first time ever that I'm stuck for words.
I should be able to win it. Just unbelievable.
We'll come back in a minute, Willie.
Yeah.
I just become very emotional, I suppose the word.
I meet with my father and I was as amazed as anyone at the reaction. He doesn't really get like that. It really added to the occasion for me and obviously made me a bit emotional. Yeah, I mean, look, every son wants to make their father proud, so it was just very special, yeah.
The winning jockey is Patrick Mullins.
I can't see myself topping that achievement, especially for Patrick. And I felt like any dad or parent did on a day that your kid has just won. All that pride came out, just burst out.
I didn't realise how well the race had gone until we got back into the weigh room. Someone said we were first, second, third, fifth and seventh. Then we were trying to add up how much money that was going to be for the Trainers' Championship.
The drinks are on Paddy!
For Willie Mullins to accumulate over £860,000 in one jumps race, I don't think it'll ever be matched.
Willie Mullins leapfrogs Paul Nicholls and Nicky Henderson and is now second in the Trainers' Championship. He was over £1 million behind Dan Skelton at the start of the day, but now he's closed the gap to less than 140 grand.
Do you know what you are behind now? What? 140, 140,000 behind. Is that all?
Our horses have to keep going without replay from Dan. Now we're in with a shot.
Very well done.
Thank you very much.
What a day, eh?
For him to just go and take out that much prize money in one race is deflating when you think you've worked hard all season to build up a lead that's you hopefully can protect. You start thinking, how did we ever get to this position? But you ain't won it until you won it, and we ain't won it yet.
It's all to play for, and what a season finale it's going to be.
This is it. Who will win the Trainers' Championship?
We're still in with a chance. We fight to the very end.
We've got this far. We've got to keep focused.
Who knows? Maybe it comes down to the last race. The script is not written yet.
It's time to have a go at winning. This could happen.
They've got 100 yards to go. Which way will it go?
It's game, set, and match.